Welcome to, or welcome back, the New Zealand Secondary Schools weightlifting competition here in Auckland for the Auckland Section. This is the final session of the day, a mixed session, so we have both female and male athletes competing. For females, it's the 81 kilogram plus, and for the male, it's the 102 kilogram plus class. So we're just waiting now for the athletes to be presented to the crowd. There they are, lining up. 5 female athletes and six male athletes will be competing in this session.
So this is session 4 of New Zealand Secondary School Champs. The presentation is now, so come on out. So this is a mixed session, so it has both females and males. So starting with the females, we have Ramsey Edwards. From Auckland College. Then we have from One Tree Hill College, Vesna Vesey. From Epsom Grammar, Jalen Sewer. From Selwyn College, Margaret Tuakoi. And from Santa Maria College, Brooke Gallagher. The males we have from Rangitoto College, Reed Davidson. From Carlson Boys High School, Sai Robinson. From Auckland Grammar, Tawa Suina Tama. Also from Auckland Grammar, we have Ashton Greenberg. From Auckland Grammar, we have Sean McVinney. And from Zena South College, we have Nella Xavier Comatia. We have Centre referee Richard Wong. We have Cameron Taggart. And Odette Clare. Our tabulator is Anne Horn. And our chief marshal, Cyrus. Thank you, everyone. This session will start in 10 minutes.
So that concludes the presentation of both athletes and officials. We'll now have a 10-minute period where the athletes will go back and start their warm-ups. We'll see the female athletes snatch first, followed by the boys. Then we'll have a break and we'll do the same in the clean and jerk. So we'll be back in a little over 8 minutes to commence this final session of the day. Okay, we're just over 1 minute from the commencement of our final session today. What's been an excellent day of lifting. The New Zealand Olympic Weightlifting New Zealand Secondary Schools Championships in the Auckland Section. Just over 50 young men and women taken to the platform today. And we're excited about the prospect of this fourth session. But we'll see both female and male athletes compete. So we're just seeing on screen some shots of former New Zealand representative, actually, Chris Olney, giving a very animated discussion. And panning round to some of the other athletes going through their final warm-up. So joining me here again is Gabrielle Peach.
Good afternoon.
Whispering Gabrielle.
I have no idea how far the microphone should be from my face. So.
But no, it's been a good day so far. There's been a few little hiccups, but there always is in these sorts of events. But I don't think that anyone watching has really noticed it, to be fair. So, here we go. Young Vesna Vessi out of One Tree Hill. Vesna's only been lifting for 5 weeks. And this is her.
It's the New Zealand sit there. I'll know, I like that.
And a really good start. Yeah, of One Tree Hill College has literally taken up the sport within the last sort of 5 to 6 weeks and shown real confidence actually to come out here and give it a crack at a secondary school champs.
That's guts, that's good. Good on them for getting out there.
We'll see Osaki there, who's looking after Vesna. He's just made a change. 40 kilos. Now, loading team for this session, Sione Tonga, who represented New Zealand earlier in the year at the Australian International. And Timothy from Fiji, who represented Fiji at the Junior World Championships last year. So an accomplished loading crew.
Locking that one out.
Yeah, it's amazing. All the work she's done over the last sort of 5 or 6 weeks all goes out the window here, and it's just try and get it over your head.
Yeah, I was with an athlete earlier, and he was commenting on how fast his heart was racing. So yeah, that's the nerves.
Yeah, I had Megan signal with us in commentary in the first session, and you know, there's someone who's been to numerous international competitions, travelled all over the world, but we're still talking about those nerves that you get.
Oh, absolutely.
How you handle it.
Yeah, just got to find a way to perceive it as a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's so much of this sport is in those top 2 inches. No, she's a strong young woman, Bessie, and a little bit more time on task. She'll be nailing those snatches. But she got one, that's the main thing. So now we'll see 45 kilos go on the bar. And Brooke Gallagher out of Santa Maria College. Brooke's been lifting a couple of years now. Good, solid opening attempt from Brooke. So this is her secondary school. She headed down to Wellington last year. So it's not new, the environment, the setup.
Just yeah, it's pretty hot in here now.
It has. That cold snap.
Yeah, the rain came through quite quickly, but then a little bit of wind has kind of prevented us from opening up the building completely, which is the story of Auckland at the moment, really, isn't it?
It certainly is.
So what we're having here is, even though we started actually above the first opening declared weight for one of the males, we're running all of the girls together. They'll operate as their session within a session, and then we'll switch to the male bar after they've all finished.
Yeah. Run through the snatches first. So, okay, so here comes Brooke now for her second attempt. 49 kilos on the bar.
Getting some final cues from Coach Claire. Nice, 2 from 2.
Yeah, really good second attempt there from Brooke. Nice and strong and positive.
Yeah, it was a power snatch.
Yeah, just a fair bit of tape there on Brooke's knee. She's just been working through that the last few weeks, but didn't seem to be causing her any jiff. But as you say, nice high catch. Sets her up for her third and final attempt.
So we might see some overlap here with Margaret, who's got 51 listed as her opener at the moment.
Yes, Margaret and Ramsey looking at 55, is it, I think, to start on?
Margaret's got 51 and Ramsey on 55, yeah.
There you go. First attempt for Margaret, 51 kilos.
It's pretty cool. We've seen all these girls so far. They're all lifting in proper lifting suits. It's nice to see them fully committing to the fun aspects of the sport. Nothing like a bit bit of lycra in your life?
That's a really good, strong opening attempt from Margaret.
Yeah, that was easy.
Yeah, I think that's an important point there, Gabby. You know, it's one thing being a young female taking up a sport such as weightlifting, and then having the confidence, as you say, wear a one-piece outfit when you're all alone on a 4x4 metre platform. You know, take some real self-confidence and self-belief to own that.
I really like it as well, especially for the lesser experienced lifters. Really feel like they're part of it, embracing all elements of the sport. We've seen it actually. We've seen pretty much everyone here in lifters today, haven't we? The shoes.
Yeah, that's been a big shift.
Yeah.
So here's Brooke, 53 kilos on the bar for her third and final attempt.
Another 4 kilo drop. Good fight there.
Yeah, majority decision, good lift. We'll take that. Everyone's happy there. Big smile from Claire. She showed some good determination here, just to keep fighting.
It's interesting, you see some of the Brooks looking down, but we'll see quite a few that will be looking up. They're just anything but looking in the eyes of the spectators and referees that are right in front of you.
So, 55 now. First attempt for Ramsey Edwards. Ramsey, who, at the tender age of 13, represented Niue last year at the Pacific Games in Samoa.
She's got a lot of supporters here today.
Excellent opener from Ramsey. And the family moved to New Zealand just before the first lockdown. And on that, shout out to Mum Carol and the rest of the whānau that are watching back in Niue. Ramsey here representing Aorere College. Here's Margaret for her second attempt.
55. Very strong.
Yeah, she really is. And technically good as well.
Yeah, it's always nice when there's no wobbles overhead. They've got that well secured into the right spot.
Ramsey Margaret out of Selwyn College.
Yes, I think so.
The call remains on Margaret. She's clearly not going to take a 1 kilo increment. In fact, Coach Tina Ball there just making the adjustment.
Yeah, that should have been a 2-minute clock, I think. That's all right.
I think we'll see Ramsey go up as well. She has a strong opener. A little bit of toing and throwing.
And one more athlete. Haven't seen Jalen yet. She's scheduled to open on 65.
Yep, Jay will come out, I think, when the other two have concluded. In fact, here we can see Jay just chalking up, taking one of her last warm-up attempts.
The tit for tat here. I'd say they must be out of changes by now.
I would say, I think Tina's probably got one more. She's made 2.
Okay,
There we go. Just a little bit soft on that left side, but certainly a very good attempt from Margaret. All right.
That was her third, so she finishes on 55. And then we're changing into blue plates, going to 60 for Ramsey's second. A little bit of a smile. She's like, Very good.
Yeah, that was a really strong second attempt from Ramsey. I think just about another power snatch. Yeah, I'll pay that.
I love it. Yeah, she's like, yes, that was good.
It's fantastic to see the smiles on the faces. It's the main thing, that they're having fun while they're out there. Saki's having a good time as well, having a chuckle about something out the back. So Claire, who's looking after Ramsey there, has just made an initial change.
Looks like Jalen's on deck, ready to go.
Well, I think we'll see Ramsey come out and take one more lift. Plenty of horsepower, just didn't quite get the position right, but it was a great attempt.
So Jalen's someone I think she's come up pretty quickly this year. I'm excited to see what she does today.
Yeah, she came to the Papatoetoe Club towards the end of last year, and
Her squat is ridiculous. She can squat so much.
she is an impressive athlete. Very good netball player as well.
Light work. That was awesome.
Yeah, as I said, excels at netball. She's very dynamic, and importantly, she's just an impressive young woman. Very dedicated to her training. So we'll see her follow herself, take 2 more attempts before the start of the men's snatches.
Is this Jalen's first championship event?
Did Auckland champs.
Auckland champs.
Yeah, so it's just her.
So just national level event.
Yeah, it's only her fourth competition. She did a competition here towards the end of last year. Then the Auckland champs, and then we had an in-house Papatoe comp last week.
And here we are.
And here we are now. So I've seen the bar move now to 70 kilos for Jay's second attempt. Certainly looking nice and relaxed.
Yeah, she's so relaxed. Just got a little bit of hand communication going on here between Simon and his coaches out the back. She looks good for a lot more than that.
Yeah, she's again, she's just early on the journey, but she's actually her and Olivia train together most times, so that's become a nice little fit. So there's bragging rights on the line here. Sucky just reminding her to finish that pull.
So this will be the final lift on the 15 kilo bar, and then we will switch it out for the 20 and start the boys half of the session. So at the moment, the first declared snatch weight is 35, but actually got 3 lifters on 35. A little bit lower in weights here. I think we've got quite a few of these boys here in the 102 plus class are relatively inexperienced. So it's Ashton. I've definitely seen him before.
Yeah, but again, it's great seeing so many new
That's
athletes.
the thing. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, really great seeing, as I mentioned, previous session, a few boys from Kelston. Lots from Auckland Grammar.
Yeah, it's good. There's been a good representation of schools. So here we go. Jalen's third and final attempt, 73 kilograms.
Good on her.
Yeah, that was probably the best one of the 3. 73, and bragging rights over training partner Olivia.
Oh, they're going like absolute numbers.
Well, at the moment, Olivia's 2 years ahead in training ages, so we'll cut Jay some slack.
Yeah.
And I think reality is, if Jay is still lifting in a year or so's time, which all things being equal, she'll be way ahead of Olivia due to her increased body weight. So whilst they can be at the same numbers.
So we're starting at 37. Oh, so all these boys that had started on 35 have gone up. So it looks like... Oh no, Sean's still asking for 35.
Okay. Another one, Sean from Auckland Grammar. I've had a number of competitors, 7 or 8 competitors maybe today.
Yes, they did have to declare because I had 3 boys in this weight class, you can only have 2 in a team. So I think they had 8 competing, but 7 in the team.
It's great to see.
Definitely got a good understanding of the elements of the sport and what's required. That punch out was pretty definitive.
And they're obviously all training at Gillies under the Elevation Club.
Yeah, the grammar is interesting because we do have, they're competing for the same school at this event, but they're not all out of the same club.
Oh, there's a bit of a mix, is there?
Yeah, I believe so.
Well, here we have another Rangitoto student.
Yeah, so they've had a big day as well.
They have. And Coach Nicole's had her work cut out.
Yeah, I was speaking to her after she had 5 athletes in session 2 that she was essentially managing on her own, and she nailed it. She absolutely nailed it. So if you even need anyone to run your numbers, I'd say she comes highly recommended. That one's been called a little bit for a press there. It's a heavily debated rule, that one, about whether or not it's really that important.
Well, Saki and I were talking about it before. It's a tough rule, especially when it doesn't really affect two things. But
well, that's the thing. Like, what, the debate is, does it matter so much how you get it there if you get it there?
Yeah, it would be interesting, even if we did it as a...
I agree it's more aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, it'd be the same, both for the snatch and for the jerk.
Yeah,
if you
but we don't get judged on form, do we? It's just against the technical regulations.
That's it. It's not what it looks like.
Yeah, we said that a lot. We had here at Functional Strength yesterday, we had a weightlifting competition for CrossFit athletes. And, you encounter it a lot because in CrossFit, you don't have that rule. And so a lot of these athletes then find it quite hard having to go to the lockout.
We've just seen
same issue there.
another example there, and Nicole was just checking with the judges so she can give Bree, who's clearly very new to the sport.
Yeah, I think he just hasn't got used to getting under, sort of bringing himself under the bar as he elevates it.
Because the weight itself is not an issue.
No, absolutely not.
So here we go. Just got him doing another one in the warm-up. If he did that, he'd be fine.
Faster as lighter weights, yeah. So we'll see what happens here. If he doesn't, that's only 1 kilo less. No, it's the same weight. It's the same weight, 37. Okay.
Yeah. So that's...
All right, so same again. We just said the same again.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Good on him. So we do have, often in New Zealand Championship events, if you fail to record a snatch, you do not progress to clean and jerks. That is not the case today. If we do have any athletes that do not make a snatch, they will serve the opportunity to go to clean and jerks, but of course they won't be eligible for medals, which are awarded on total only.
Yeah, that stems back from that international rule that it's World Championships where you get awarded a medal for the snatch, the clean and jerk, and the total. You can still compete.
Yes.
Whereas Olympics, Commonwealth Games, where there's only the one medal,
Yeah, exactly.
you're not allowed to.
Some movement there. I was going to say, I thought it was a little bit more shoulders, but no, obviously saw some elbows as well.
Yeah, it's a tough crowd.
Yeah, well, we've got...
Cam's forgotten very quickly what it's like to be an athlete.
Yeah, so one of our referees here is actually an Olympic hopeful. So he's, well, pretty familiar with the rules, definitely.
I think they were right for seeing the replay, just relaxed a wee bit as he was standing back up.
Yeah, so we have made this event a little bit more participation focused. So as we said before, if an athlete doesn't record a snatch, they can still compete in clean and jerks. And we've also got, if an athlete doesn't make weight and weighs in heavier or lighter than their declared weight class, they can still compete, but will compete as a guest and not be eligible for medals. So we saw that in the last session, actually.
Yeah, with Tavita from Kelston Boys.
Which made Zach a very lucky boy. Got him his bronze medal.
I think it's certainly the right way to go.
Yeah, I agree, especially with this event, with where it's at the moment.
Yeah, the more experienced lifters can still, compete to their standard, but at the same token, it gives the newbies a real opportunity just to experience a higher class event and certainly a club comp.
Absolutely. Yeah. Let's see if Sean can lock in this last one.
That looks good.
I think, yeah, good on him. That's good. Make the correction.
Well, that's the other neat thing. We're seeing athletes learning on the job. They're having to correct. They're getting instruction, and they're actioning that instruction, and that's really good to see.
So we're going to 45 now for size. First attempt from Kelston.
Okay, another Kelston athlete.
Yeah, we've got 3 athletes on 45. Sai, Tawa and Neela. Oh, we might see some games now.
Tawa's taking a seat. Is he going to go up? There you go. Tawa Navanua. Suvi Ina Kama. He has moved up. So the call's now gone to Taniela.
He looks, yeah, there we go. Okay, he looks ready.
So Taniela.
All right, okay. So I think his coach Dom, I think they posted a video of him snatching 50 during the week. So this should be a comfortable opening weight for him. Yep, pretty good to me.
A good opener there from Daniela. Good position. Now to De La Salle.
We'll see if these athletes do come out at 50. The first weight that we see in there is the one that the athletes tell us at weigh-in, so it's not unusual for them to be told to just say something quite conservative, and then as they warm up might make a change. Quite common for it to go up. It's a little bit annoying if they do it at the last minute, but it's part of the fun.
That was a good opener.
This is cool. He's lifting in his school shoes.
Yeah, we're always traditionally, before lifting shoes became so readily available,
Well, that's the thing. School shoes are a great choice. They
They-
tend to have a firm sole,
that's it, a bit of a heel,
a little bit of a heel. Yep.
and much more sturdy than
Yeah.
a running shoe.
A running shoe is a bit soft, wobble around.
So we used to do that a lot.
Yeah. No, it's a great choice.
Way back when. Here's Tawa, also on 50 kilos.
Nice seeing a full overhead squat position.
Yeah, again,
Also, maybe all these boys are under elevation.
it certainly looks that way. It's a good lift, showed good mobility as well.
Chewing gum. Okay. So now we're going to play the same game at 51, 52.
Yeah, they're all fit young men. Get them out there.
Okay.
It's something that sort of filters down.
Yeah, I was going to say, you see this at a world championships.
Yeah. You know, national champs where, you know, stakes are there, but
Yeah, you get to play with people's rest and potentially throw them off their game. Like, it's an important part of tactics of the sport. I don't know quite how relevant it is for these boys, but so I think that's good. Just a little bit of shift to his right.
again, another one. All of these boys move really, really well. You see, he just cuts his pull maybe a wee bit. But yeah, good position.
So Sai's now taking a 6 kilo jump. He's up at 56.
Well, I think for a lot of these, and we've seen it throughout the day, a lot of these boys don't actually know what they're capable of.
Yep. Yep, I heard that myself. Yeah.
There's some really strong young men, and they just haven't quite worked out how to channel that yet.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad tactic. If you're not particularly experienced, you just have an opener in mind and then kind of just see where the day takes you after that.
Yeah, that's it. That's the key thing, not being stuck in a regimented plan. It's been really encouraging to see some of the big jumps, actually, and the boys really attack it.
So Erin's actually another coach who's had a lot of lifters today. She's a busy day.
She has, and the results have been really good. Yeah, it's a really nice lift from top.
Someone with a chalky hand slapped him on the back.
17 years of age, top.
So 54, but I would, based on the previous. Oh no, he is going to take this. Okay.
Yeah, I think that the way the right side just was a little bit more collapsed, just a wee bit.
We got So he had made a change, but
It didn't get called
hadn't
through.
got communicated through. Yeah. So we've got the way it's working out the back is actually the same sort of approach as they do in a World Championships, where the coaches are writing their changes on an attempt card, and then through radios that's communicated from the back room up to our tabulator who's sitting beside the platform. So there's a little bit of a process involved and can be a bit of a delay getting the message through. So I think that's just what's happened here. But spotted it in time.
Oh, that's a much better attempt
Yeah,
from
that's
Taniela.
great.
Good
That's
boy.
good. Last lift, just lift off that.
Yeah, that was good.
So we've got 6 attempts remaining for the boys and snatches. One lifter yet to take the platform, Ashton. He's going to be well and truly, his opener's well and truly above anything that these boys are going to do, so he'll be on his own. Oh, good to see he's tucked his shirt in there. That's good.
Yeah, he's moving it around with very much ease. So I would say we'll at least be going to 60 here.
Okay, so 57 Patala. Are they going to take it?
Doesn't look like he's getting up, especially with only 40 seconds on the clock.
Okay, so no, that's going to stop. So we expect this to change as well. Yeah, right, that call went to 60.
So I think we'll see Tao come out here, 58.
Good lift by majority.
Yeah, again, he moved really well there. For a big man, he got under that bar really well.
So that's 2 so far that have gone 3 from 3. All of these boys are in the over 15 age category, so they are competing against each other. Okay, so size going up to 62, sticking with the 6 kilo jumps. And just, yeah, we saw that in its last one. It shifted back a little bit, but he held on to it. This one just a bit too far.
Yeah, there's plenty of horsepower there. It's just a case of more time in the training gym.
Yeah, I think a big thing for a lot of athletes as well, is learning how to create tension and being stiff, creating structure in the different positions, especially overhead.
Ashton.
80.
He's another Auckland Grammar boy.
Has he got Chris coaching him?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Is
Former
that North Sport?
New Zealand representative Chris Olney. It was a really solid opener.
Yeah, Ashton's done a few comps, we've definitely seen him in action before. So we've just got two lifts to go and into the break.
But if these grammar boys can stay together over the next 12 to 24 months, they're going to have a really powerful team. And then
Yeah, well, they're all 2003, so I imagine that they are year 12.
yeah,
I'm not sure if the live stream picked that up, but it's showing to 85 and we got a lot of ooh behind us. So Ashton's not choosing to run down his clock.
no, he's not mucking around. It's good to see. Young man, plenty of energy. Get out there, son. And a nice left as well.
Yeah, I think I mean, that to me looks better than his first. I think it's not too unusual. A little bit, not necessarily nervous, but just a little bit shaky heading to the first lift, and then get into your groove and away we go.
Yeah, I think that first one, it doesn't matter how experienced you are, that first lift is always a settler.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm hugely experienced, but I'm definitely petrified regardless. Things like, what if I forget how to snatch? It's like, come on.
Well, you see it at all levels. And sometimes some hugely experienced lifters who, for whatever reason, it doesn't quite go their way. It's the nuanced nature of the sport of weightlifting. You know, each competition's different. We spend hours and hours in the gym to be able to deliver in a very precise moment.
Yeah, 3 1-minute increments. Okay, so Ashton's taking another 5 kilo. He's at 19.
I think we'll see him come out soon.
He is choosing to sit down this time. We're fired up for this. Good. Good work.
Yeah, it's really impressive. A really strong 3 out of 3. Great way to finish the session.
Yeah, great patience in the bottom there.
The power, just enough just to get
his toes behind it.
a little bit, but not really good there. So that concludes snatches for the women and the men. We'll now have a 10-minute break, and we'll be back with the clean and jerks for the final session of this competition.
Alrighty, we are just under 30 seconds. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We just had a... Oh, there we go. Whew. Okay. Sorry, our computer just unplugged from the screens for a brief moment there. Almost panicked. Okay, we are ready to go. 45 loaded on the bar for...
Anne's just saving it just to
Yeah.
make sure.
So the first snatch is going to be first clean and jerk, 45 kilos for Vesna. Oh, in the clock. Okay, there we go. Underway. Got the power jerk variety there. Gets that by majority.
Yeah, she's super strong. It's going to be over the next few months learning the techniques.
So yeah, little bit slow to lock out. But not to worry, she gets that one. So that gives her a total. First athlete in the session to get a total. She's sitting on 80 kilos at the moment, 35 and 45. And we've got two younger athletes in the 81 plus weight class. So Vesna and Ramsey, both 2006, so turning 14 this year.
Yeah, Bessie's turned 14. Ramsey turns 14 on, I want to say tomorrow, actually.
Ooh. So we saw this in the snatches. Vesna's just a little bit lighter with her lifts, so just taking consecutive attempts. That was a called for a press out there, just landed and then continued to extend her arms.
She's just not dropping under enough at the moment.
Yeah, I think the dip's great. I think that's well timed. It's just the receiving position. So going over that with Coach Saki.
He's a pretty handy power joker himself. He's 190s, I think, is best.
Yeah, well, he's no stranger to the platform, is he?
No, Pacific Games champion last year over in
So
Samoa.
you've got a wee Pacific coalition of lifters. So you've got
13 different ethnicities.
13. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal.
Currently training in the gym, which is pretty cool, actually.
It is, yeah. That's great. You guys got a great atmosphere.
We see it as something that we really try and embrace. Everyone brings something that's slightly different. And everyone really around the common purpose of weightlifting, which is really cool to see.
It's looking very relaxed out the back there. A lot of sitting down.
Well, super athletes don't like to waste energy. There we go.
Oh, that was much better. That was the best of the lot. So yeah, as you said, learning on the job.
Yeah, very much. I mean, it's effectively a live training session, this.
So we got 2 athletes asking for 55 at this stage, although Margaret snatched 55 at a attempted 59, so that would not totally out of the question, but unusual. Yes, she's gone up.
Yeah, 60 kilos? 60?
Yeah, generally because it's a two-part or a two-movement skill. We will, for the most part, see athletes clean and jerk more than they snatch.
Yeah, we tend to see that. There's been some high-profile examples of it, though, over the years. Senior level of high-quality snatchers. Andrei Rakovo from Belarus sticks out for me with a massive snatcher, like 180 odd at 85 body weight, but then was a 200 clean and jerker. Which still is not shabby.
Still more, though, isn't it? Close, but still more. Strong clean.
That's a great opener from Brookie.
So Brooke, with that one, has got a 110 kilo total on the board.
Yeah, and edging towards some more PB territory, which is great. Just little improvements every time they take the platform.
So there you can see change going in and being communicated to the front table. Responding quickly. Emerald 59.
I think we'll see one more change. Claire at this stage just giving Brooke a little bit of time to catch her breath.
Yeah, got to mention the Papatoetoe Club has been hugely supportive today, yourself included. So I think if organising events, we always find a way to get everything covered in the end, but it does ultimately rely on a lot of people stepping in, sometimes at very short notice, and a lot of people helping run this session were not originally scheduled to be here. So,
Well, it's certainly something we're very passionate about, developing that youth and junior sector. A lot of teachers. Sione, they're loading the bars. A teacher at intermediate level, Kedgley. Claire out at Avondale College. Saki at Mungo College. So,
yeah, very invested in supporting young people. That's the thing, isn't it? There's just so much. I mean, you've got the learning of skills and developing strength and coordination and all of those sport-specific elements, but the youth side of it, and just seeing young people develop, especially young girls. The barbell definitely just really helps promote confidence and seeing what the body can do. There we go. There's our first full clean and split jerk.
tremendously strong, Margaret.
I admire her for having her hair out. That would drive me mental.
Well, again, it's only recently we've had the rule change.
Exactly, yeah. There's some, back to the rules. So we've got one that's come in recently with foot can no longer touch the bar. But the hair touching the bar one is gone, which I think is wise. Ideally, that clock would have stopped as the bar passed her knees and not spoken out loud at an opportune moment, but there's a lot happening all at once for Anne on the computer, so and it's fine. She got the lift, no problem.
Again, as an athlete, you've just got to be prepared that there could be a mobile phone go off, there could be a baby yell out. So many different things that you just can't control. So Brooks, 5 from 6, having a really good day. Margaret's got 2 more attempts before we see the last 2 athletes come out, Ramsey and Jaylin. Here we go.
So Brooke took 2 4-kilo jumps with her snatches and has taken another 4-kilo jump from her first to her second clean and jerk. So I sense a little bit of a theme. 63 for now.
I think we'll see Margaret go up.
Yeah, she also took 4-kilo jumps.
Yep.
It's like, oh yeah, there goes the change. And it looks like Brooks going to be making a change as well. So the dance begins again.
So 65 for Margaret, was it, I heard?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No. Oh. 65. Okay, so they're both on 65. Cool. Will be with Margaret because she is on her second attempt. So the order of lifting, the bar starts at the lightest nominated weight and only goes up from there. But then when multiple athletes have asked for the same weight, attempts, first attempt will go before second, second before third, and then, if need be, also on start number with the lowest start number going first. Easy.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of power there.
Okay, so they've schoolboys just jumped ahead. There we go. So Margaret's on 120.
I think this will be a PB for Brooke, so this will be a great way for her to finish this competition.
She's 5 from 5 at the moment. She's having a great day. Yeah. So I think that would be a good lift.
Yeah, she did very well there. Showed it again the benefit of having lifted now for about 18 months of not rushing after that power clean. Just taking her time here, getting a breath. And there was a big deep breath.
Well, that's a great example of it, isn't it? Yeah, she took her time there, and then you can see we talked about creating tension. Breath plays a large part in that. So sucked the air in, held it. Elbows dropped in the dip, but it worked all right for her.
That was the one thing. It just rolled a wee bit. But 6 out of 6. She can be very happy with that. And here's Margaret for her last attempt on 68. Yeah, 68 kilos on the bar.
Oh, there we go, changed.
That was,
so
again, comfortable.
Soft. Yeah, they did call her.
It just bounced back a bit, did it, on the right side?
Yeah. That's one of those ones where, so not only do we debate whether or not the press out rule should exist, we also debate of what can be called a press out. So that was pretty slight.
Yeah, well, the shoulder dropped, which caused, as you said before, it caused the tension to drop off.
Yeah.
So these are, again...
I'll be honest, I feel like I've got away with jerks that have looked like that.
So...
70.
Ramsey now, 70 kilograms.
So her first couple of snatches were very sharp, so... be good to see what she can... Well, I just think this is going to be a lift that looks great.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
Yes. Yeah, super confident. Love that.
Yeah. She's a really good young lady, Ramsey. And she's improved heaps, even in the short time she's been here in New Zealand. Always got a big smile on her face.
She jumped sideways there.
Yeah, it was certainly quite a comfortable clean.
Yeah, good, great locker.
So the jerk is a constant work on. It tends to get pushed forward as the weights get a bit heavy. So we'll see today if all the work she's been doing she can transfer onto the platform. She actually trains with Claire. Just about every training session, actually. The two of them train together, which is really cool. So you've got a masters athlete training with a youth athlete.
Yeah, so Claire's nationals will be coming up in 3 weeks' time, also at this gym. So you're going to see a pretty similar setup.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, again, really neat to be able to have that community wrapped around each of them.
Yeah, and that's another really cool thing about weightlifting, isn't it? It's applicable at pretty much any age. So just working on her clock. She again will finish before we see Jalen, so
yeah,
just taking all those changes. So the crowd, her supporters, pretty excited about that 6 kilo jump, going for 76 now.
Yeah, well, this will be a personal best lift for Ramsey.
Love that for a second attempt. Yeah, ooh. Wonder if maybe she's got 80 in her sights. Tough call. Don't think the crowd realised that she was denied that one. 2-1. Yeah, slight. But as you mentioned, there was that little forward in the dip there.
Do it again. Up to you.
Yeah, just as you step together, that her left arm, I think. So just having a bit of a debate, it looks like, as to whether or not they should give that one another go or go up. They have decided to take the high risk, high reward route.
Yeah, well, Ramsey's secured a total.
Yeah, she's sitting on 130.
She's got that
And she is under 15, so she's already
Taking that out.
taken that out at least with the lifters in Auckland. I don't think we've definitely got Manaya, very strong lifter,
Yeah, she's been
but she's
impressive.
over 15.
She
I
is,
think.
yeah.
So.
I think she's a year 13. In fact, 2000 and...
Okay, so they have 81. Okay,
Having a crack. D grade.
there we go. Okay, right. So this is for youth athletes.
Junior. Junior
Or youth,
qualification.
junior, yeah. Youth junior athletes to attend the junior senior national championships. They need to attain D grade, which so what's that, 141?
Yeah.
So
So it's very
yeah,
much...
so big reward,
Yeah.
big risk, big reward.
It's very much taking that attitude, though, of
Give it a crack.
have a crack,
Yeah.
regardless of the
Great.
outcome, learn from it.
Yeah, she's got lots of support here. Okay, here we go. Oh, she nailed that.
She did.
Oh, that was awesome.
And that's what happens when you lift without fear.
Oh, that was, yeah, well deserved. Good on her. Yeah, absolutely no doubt of that lift.
Yeah, she smoked. It was a great clean. She's never even touched these weights before. And she just put everything into this jerk. Nice and straight behind
Yeah,
there.
that's commitment. Yeah, good on her. So now we've got 85 on the bar. Last female lifter of the competition. And that's a good opener. The red plates look great. We've had the opportunity to borrow some competition gear from Solid Strength Equipment. Well, it's pretty obvious who it's from. It's from a lot of the plates. And I think the colours look great.
Yeah, it does. It's nice strong jerk there. from
Yeah,
Jay.
there's a nice dip. So, I'm going to play the 2-minute game again. See a good couple of changes.
I think we'll see 90 kilos go on the bar eventually.
She had a great, she's 4 from 4 at the moment.
Yeah, well, 90 again would give her D grade.
Yeah, okay. Well, there we go. No mucking around, straight there. So there'll be a little bit of a delay just because we've got to make a relatively significant plate change. Although I will say these guys are probably the fastest loaders we've ever take.
Yeah, they know that a good game is a fast game.
So would this be C grade for...
A D for an 87 plus lifter. $160, I think it is.
What was that 141 then? What did that?
That for oh, maybe it is C. You're right, it's C. 160 C grade. Got too many numbers bouncing around
Yeah.
the head going.
Well, that would be cool. So then she must have already qualified for nationals as a junior athlete, and this will qualify her as a senior.
Yeah, 160 C grade.
A little bit of a walk, but she's all good. So that gives her 163, so
That's
over and
right.
above.
Yeah. It's just a wee bit of a work on, is that jerk. Like with anything, there's not much we do in everyday life that builds that overhead strength, so it's again time on task. She's just a bit off to the
Yeah.
right hand side as we look at it, but kept those arms nice and straight.
So she's on 91 at the moment, but again, 2-minute clocks. We'll see at least one change, and then
We'll be into the boys.
to the boys. So we've got a change coming through, 92 for now. And one more. I think I heard 93.
Yeah. I think Saki just wants to see his teammates get up out of the chair and load the bar.
So this will be the final lift from a female in the 2020 New Zealand Secondary Schools Championships. Oh no, there was another change, 95. Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. Has she ever tried this before, Simon?
No.
No? Okay.
She
Love that.
She did 91 in our in-house comp last Saturday. So she hadn't snatched over 70 before.
Okay, so she's having a day.
She's having a good
She's
day.
having a day.
So this is when you see that improvement curve, that steep
Yeah.
old rate.
Oh, to the young.
Push. Push.
Oh,
Good girl.
tell you what, that might be her fourth comp, but she looks like she knows how to do that. Wow.
I'm pretty happy about
Well,
it,
there's celebration of the day.
which is great to see.
That was, she did not look inexperienced at all. So composed.
Yeah, it's
set. Yeah, that was great.
the neat thing again around having a team. You know, as I said before, training every day with young Olivia,
Yeah,
pushing each other.
didn't get ahead of herself either. You know, didn't get excited until she got that down signal. That's very impressive. So we switch the bars over. So Jalen finishes with a 168 kilo total, couple of new PBs, and six out of six.
Yeah, can't ask for any more than that. And just on that, I mean, as well, and on the platform next to her, most days she's got Megan training as well. You know, it lends itself to
Absolutely.
what that standard, and it's the old, you have to see to be.
Absolutely. So we've got 38 here for Reed's opener.
Oh, no mucking around from Reed.
Yeah, so he gets it. That's an interesting jerk style.
It's a hybrid,
Yeah.
the old split power jerk.
Yeah, so I think what athletes need to be aware of in that sort of movement is that they do still need to get underneath it. Otherwise it's considered a push press, which isn't a jerk variation and will be considered a press. So
It's understanding that in weightlifting you actually jump under.
yes. Yeah. So I mean obviously it's very, very lightweight for him, and it's more about the technique, which is similar to what we saw in the snatch. And actually, got to give him credit. It took him 3 attempts to get his snatch, and yeah, he got his first clean and jerk. So good on him.
He's locked in that total, which is important.
Yeah, exactly. He's got a total. So we've got 40 on the bar for Sean, first attempt.
Good position to work. Just stay tight there, Sean.
So he gets that one. It's good movement, more just in the shoulders.
So we see both Reed and Sean go left for left here, actually.
Yeah, so I think he's getting two out of 3, and I think if he continues to do the same thing for his last lift, he'll get red lighted by the centre referee again. Just the way he's getting the bar overhead, but good on him.
Well, it's
40 locked and loaded.
Very successful American athlete Kendrick Farris used to do a hybrid split power combo. So you see all sorts.
So the call a little bit late. Oh no, there we go. The change has gone in now. So Sean's taken a 5 kilo jump, which means we will probably see Reed again before we see
I think so,
Sean.
yeah. Oh, bit of storage.
Yes, back to our day job at the CrossFit gym. Okay, no, so Reed's just throwing the book at it as well. He's taking a 2 kilo jump and then a 5 kilo jump, so they're just maybe looking for a new best.
Yeah, well, again, yeah.
Maybe just trying to push Sean out.
Why not? Insecure.
Exactly, got the total.
Yeah.
great lockout with his coach.
Some relaxation, which is good.
Oh, good clean. Yeah, I was going to say, he's perfect until that point where he has to bring his feet back together and then just sort of forgets about the arms a bit, yeah.
It's about, as you said, that tension. It's pushing up all the way from your lats all the time until that down signal. Because he gets in lovely positions.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely nothing wrong with how he's moving the bar. It's literally just the recovery.
Reed can have a big finish.
Good clean.
Oh, I reckon he has. Yeah.
Good on him.
He's come back strongly there after his snatches.
Yeah, 3 from 3 in the clean and jerk. So he finishes on 82. And he is in the under 15. So he's got a few more years ahead of him if he sticks with weightlifting in secondary school competition.
Yeah, and part of that good squad at Rangitoto that Nicole's got going. So
We did two athletes who've competed as juniors at nationals, Tom Gaze, and I can picture that will come to me, but both very strong lifters.
right, let's see if Sean can stay tight all the way through here.
Yeah, clean's great.
Yeah, keep pushing.
Good, stay,
Keep pushing.
Stay. Oh, yep. Yeah, good on
There we
her.
go. There we go. Big smile. He's done well. 4 out of 6. I'd say his first comp. Or if it's not his first, it's only his second or third. Right. Daniela.
So 58, so taking a bit of a jump here, but Daniela on 58, and then 2 athletes listed at 65, and then a big old jump to Ashton at 105. So slowly adding some weight to that bar.
Nice opener from Daniela.
Yeah, great positions there as well.
Yeah. Daniela 16.
2004, yeah. So he did take... Oh no, he didn't. Pretty standard jumps, so we most likely will see him again before Sai at 65. So change coming in is for 60. At the moment, he's got a 113 kilo total.
I think we could see probably all 3 of Daniela's lifts here. And it looks like Dominic's going to pop him up here.
Yeah, just slowing the competition down a little bit. Just watching the time click by as we're now half an hour Late. Oh, well.
Nearly done. I've been in sessions where we've started on one day and we finished on the next.
Okay, I've not encountered that yet. We did have an evening session at Nationals last year, which was my session, and to be honest, I couldn't tell you when it finished. It was a blur.
That was quite late. The 2017 Commonwealth Champs, the 105 men's B session, started at 11 o'clock at night.
11.
So they snatched on I think we were a Friday, and we clean and jerked on the Saturday.
A B session, so there was still an A session to come.
Mm,
So that I find very interesting because you'd be fresh for clean and jerks. So it's not at all a fair...
No, I mean, so the session started at 11 o'clock at night and finished at 1:30 in the morning.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I did not understand that.
Yeah,
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. And then the A session started at 9 o'clock, so it was a short night's sleep.
World champs do have some... Well, with those big internationals, they do ask some interesting things of the athletes. So 62, good clean.
Right arm.
I think it was just a wobble. Although he dropped it before he got the down signal, so one of the... I don't think he's going to get that
Been
one.
given a good lift.
Need to be careful that they do wait. So you might feel like you're finished, but you've got to wait till the referees actually tell you that you have.
Yeah, that was good. Maybe his shoulder just dropped a wee bit. But... Oh, you see it. Yeah, again, especially with young athletes competing for the first or second time, they're in their own little bubble.
Yeah. So 63 at the moment, but it looks like Sai's on deck, ready to go as well. So if he takes another couple of kilos, then we will be...
Well, surely Dominic will put him up to 65, which will bring out the other two.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. So currently 3 lifters on 65, 2 first attempts from Sai and Tawa, and then Taniela's 3rd attempt. So we'll definitely see the other 2 boys, if they stay at that weight, before he will come back out. Switching over the plates. There's a specific format to how the bar needs to be loaded, so...
Yeah, always the minimum number of plates required.
Good opener there.
Yeah, he's super strong, Si.
So
He showed that in his snatches.
he's now locked in a totals. He's sitting on 121, so he's the top of the pile so far. Tawa will take it off him if he gets his first lift. So same weight. I think he'll be right, yeah. Drew a red, but gets it by majority, so when that goes through on the
Another one that hits really good positions for him. He's doing that in sand shoes. It's all pretty raw.
So just having the computer think about it a little bit. There we go. So he's now on 123. So now that the other 2 have done their 65, we go back to to... Oh no, he... Looks like Dom might be moving him up. Okay, right, so just had a little bit of communication challenges. But
We're going to go to 67 minimum.
yeah. So at the moment, oh, 79. No, that was in. Okay, there we go. Right, so 67. So 10 hours. This will be his third attempt, I imagine.
Yeah, I think he's had all the changes, all three of them.
Cool. So he's looking. This successful. We'll give him 6 out of 6.
Yeah.
Good position.
Just rocked him a wee bit
Yes.
back onto his heels, and it's tough for a big man to adjust. But he's got a smile on his face, which is great to see. He's had a good day.
I love that. Boys all supporting each other.
Which is how it should be. You're competing with each other, not necessarily against each other.
Ashton got some weight on the bar back there. He's the last one to pop up. Everybody else is done.
So we'll have 4 more lifts before Ashton comes out.
So these two broken away from each other at the moment. Tawa's got 70. Sai's gone with a bigger jump up to 72. Which will catch him up to Tawa. So there we go. Sai's competing.
Tawa gets a chance to move ahead here. Which I think he's been...
Don't know if he's, just his right arm.
He just needed to keep pushing in that recovery, and he would have been all right. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. And then here we go.
Yeah. Okay, so this makes it a little bit more interesting. So he's now, unless he decides to go up again, will be taking consecutive lifts. These boys have been enjoying fairly generous rest periods, so he might not love that. He's currently ahead of Sai by 2 kilos. If successful, will be ahead by 7. But then Sai's intending to take a 7 kilo jump, which would even Stevens them, and then if Sai's successful in 72, gives him the opportunity to take the lead off him with his third.
What is it? Sai did 56 and Tawa did 58. Is that it after the snatches?
Yep.
I'd say John would add that kilo, 73, if Tawa is successful.
So they haven't moved.
I think they're going to take this one again, I think.
So we'll see. Yeah, okay, cool. Coach is getting him up.
There's not much. There's only 30 seconds left on the clock, actually.
You see it's a bit hot out there in the warm-up area.
He wants to get a wriggle on.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Keep pushing, fellas.
He stays.
There we go.
Looks good. Yeah. Good on him. Sort of hung out at the bottom of that clean for a little bit.
I would say.
So yes, at the moment he's ahead by 7 kilos, but the weight that Sai's got on the bar at 72 makes up that difference, and then he only needs one more to take it, but it's whether or not do they do it straight away.
Well, I would have thought so.
Or,
John will.
yeah, that's the thing. John's no stranger to the weightlifting. No, it looks like he's going to take it.
Yeah.
So this will
Still tight. Yeah?
even them up, but because Tawa achieved the total first, he will be the higher ranked athlete.
Oh.
I think he's got it, yep. 2-1.
They're both on 128.
128, yeah.
So, in the scheme of things, it's national secondary schools. It's not a big deal. But it's just like,
No, but it's always fun to have a little bit of a...
well, I'd say it's one of those things as a coach where you just want to get in good habits of nailing your math.
Yeah, well, I think, because the rules have changed, isn't it? It used to be that if two athletes had the same total, then the lighter athlete would be considered the leader. So in that situation, Sai would have the lead. He is lighter by 4 kilos. But rules now is it's the first athlete to achieve it, which really I think just favours those who are good at snatch.
Oh, I think again, the aim was to make it simpler for the spectator. So if you're a layman
Right.
looking at it, it was like, oh, they're tied, but why did he get it? Whereas this, you look at the total, you do 1 kilo more. So now Sai's in a situation where he's actually doing more than he needs to do to beat this athlete now.
Yeah,
As
I mean, we
say,
don't know what they're thinking. It could be that.
in the context of a secondary school, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
If it was a world championships,
Yeah, maybe not a fair comparison. But you know what? If there's I mean, it looks like maybe that they're number chasing. They've got some goals in mind. Possibly a new personal best.
I think John's probably just tweaked it by the looks of the way he's trying to work things out there. It'll all be academic if Sai comes out and smokes this last lift.
Yeah, I think they're gonna. He's obviously got a number in mind. I wonder if it's 80. One of those kind of, there you go. One of those benchmark numbers. So we saw this payoff for Ramsey with that big jump. So we've got 8 kilos here. I don't think he's going to have any issues getting it over here.
It's whether he can stay tight enough. He's certainly strong enough.
I might guess it. Good on him. It's a little bit slow to lock out as he went into that jerk,
But still.
2-1. So that leaves him on 136, and so that 128 is no longer relevant.
So, assuming if Ashton gets his open up, so I pick up second place for Auckland.
In Auckland at least, yeah.
Today.
We don't have the other results in front of us, so.
No. I think there was a couple of good efforts in the bigger men.
I know there's definitely Patrick down in Dunedin.
And there was
one
a
or two.
young boy in Wanganui lifted very well, Christian. That was a good attempt.
Interesting that he's decided to put his t-shirt over top of his lifting.
I think that's probably just a bit of an oversight there.
Okay, so with that one, Ashton is sitting on... Oh yeah, he's been called on the t-shirt. Ashton is sitting on 197. So he made a change towards the end of the week going into verification of entries, and his dad mentioned to me that his best total was around 200, so I'd say that he would be looking to set a new personal best total today, considering he's on 197 and he's got 2 lifts in the bag.
And he's got the chance to have a 6 out of 6.
Yeah, so he's added 5 on 12. Two lifts to round out 2020 event.
Yeah, which, given the current context of the global pandemic, I think we've done well to pull it off.
Oh, so rather than tuck the t-shirt in, he's just taken it off. Okay, so similar to snatches, pretty quick out for a second attempt.
Another good lift.
Cool, alright, so 202 locked in.
He's done very well, Ashton. Looks strong, in good shape. Was he born 2004?
2003.
17.
Yeah, very strong jerk.
A good frame for a super, good thick joints.
What does that mean?
Look at his elbows and his knees, you know,
Right,
big,
okay.
thick joints. That's what you look for. So when you're picking tight head props,
Okay.
super heavyweight weightlifters. We've got Chucky sitting here. Might have half a chance.
Yeah, well, we've seen quite a range of, youth lifters in particular in their teens. You know, you've got some that are in the throes of puberty, some that have not quite got there yet, some that have come out the other end and are all limbs. So it's been, obviously the older ones tend to be through most of their growing, but especially around that kind of, in the boys, that 15 mark.
Oh, there's so much change happening.
Yeah.
I think that's a really neat thing again about the sport. You know, there's 10 bodyweight classes for these men and women to be able to slot into.
Yep.
So it really showcases all shapes and sizes. I was talking to, I think it might have been when we were talking to Saki about needing that to develop that healthy relationship
Yep.
with your body, understanding how nutrition affects performance and health and wellness for that matter, which is all clearly linked together.
Okay, so we've got another 5 kilo jump. He's got 117. These guys haven't really been mucking around, so I think this is probably his lift. Yeah, so here we go. Final lift of the 2020 event. Ashton Greenberry in the 102 plus category, over 15. 117 kilos.
So test Ashton a little bit, but he's looked good to this point.
go.
There we go. Great way to finish.
Good on him. Good call. So there we go. 6 from 6. It's always nice to finish the competition on a made lift.
Yeah, absolutely. That was exceptional.
Yeah, so he finishes on 207, I believe.
Yeah, showed a real good fight.
And we've got final medals, and that's us. All right, I'm going to have to go organise that, so I'll leave you to the wrap-up, Simon. Thank you for having me.
No, well done. Thanks for all your efforts today, Gab. So there we have it. The final attempt from Ashton Greenbury was a successful 117 kilo clean and jerk, which gave him first place in this Auckland section. And that wraps up. It's been a fantastic day of lifting. It's been a long day, but a really great day. Some excellent performances from both the male and female athletes. And we've been really honoured to be able to bring this to you live on Sky Sport Next. So until next time, good evening and good night.